It was one of those mornings that felt almost magical. I woke up to a soft, glowing light streaming through the curtains. Instinctively, I knew what had happened overnight. Throwing the curtains open confirmed my suspicion. A fresh blanket of snow covered everything in sight. The world outside was transformed into a winter wonderland, with trees, rooftops, and streets all cloaked in shimmering white. The snow had fallen silently during the night, leaving the world quiet and still. It was as though time had paused, allowing nature to take center stage. There's something uniquely calming about a snowy day: the muffled sounds, the crispness in the air, and the pristine beauty of untouched snow. I decided to make the most of the day. First, a warm cup of coffee was in order. As I sipped it by the window, I watched as the sun started to rise, casting a golden glow over the icy landscape. The snow sparkled like tiny diamonds, and I felt an overwhelming sense of peace. After layering up in my warmest clothes, thick boots, a cozy scarf, and a beanie, I ventured outside. The air was cold but invigorating, and with each step, the snow crunched softly beneath our boots. The neighborhood looked almost unrecognizable, as if it had been plucked straight out of a postcard. Children were already out, their laughter filling the air as they built snowmen and started snowball fights. A group of kids was busy crafting an impressive fort, complete with icy battlements. Their energy was contagious, and I couldn't help but smile as I walked by. Further down the street, a frozen pond had become the gathering spot for ice skaters. The scene was idyllic, adults and children alike glided gracefully across the ice, their breath visible in the frosty air. Some skaters weren't as graceful, stumbling and laughing as they tried to find their balance. It reminded me of my own childhood winters, when every snow day felt like an adventure waiting to unfold. Deciding to explore further, I wandered into a nearby forest. The snow-covered trees stood tall and silent, their branches heavy with icy white. Every now and then, the silence was broken by the sound of snow falling from a branch or the distant chirp of a bird. I felt like I had stepped into a different world, one untouched by time or chaos. There's something meditative about walking in the snow. The rhythm of your steps, the crisp air filling your lungs, and the soft sounds of nature all work together to quiet your mind. I found myself lost in thought, reflecting on how moments like these make you appreciate the simple beauty of life. Eventually, I made my way back home. The house was warm and inviting, and the smell of something delicious wafted from the kitchen. I decided to whip up a classic winter treat: hot chocolate with marshmallows. There's nothing quite like warming your hands around a steaming mug of cocoa after spending time in the cold. The rest of the day was spent cozied up indoors, watching the snow continue to fall. I curled up with a good book, a soft blanket, and my hot chocolate, feeling utterly content. Outside, the day slowly transitioned into evening, and the world grew quieter still. The snow reflected on the lights, creating an ethereal glow that lit up the night. As I prepared for bed, I took one last look out the window. The snow had stopped, leaving a thick, undisturbed layer over everything. Tomorrow, it would begin to melt, but for now, it was perfect. Days like this remind you to slow down and savor the fleeting beauty of nature. Subscribe. Thanks for watching.